What's up, people? Welcome back to International. A lot of you guys have been asking what are the steps that every international student takes in order to come to Australia and study. So that's why in this video, I'm going to explain you all the steps, the whole procedure that every international student goes through. What are the documents? What are the steps? What about insurance? What about admissions? What about visa? Everything in order to study in Australia. So if you are planning to study in Australia or even thinking about studying in Australia, then this video is just for you. So check it out. So first things first, guys, if you're new to this channel, then on this channel, you'll find all the videos for international students. For example, how to get a job, or how to get accommodation, or how to make more friends, or everything, all the questions that you may have are answered on this channel, especially if you are going to be an international student or planning to study abroad or planning to study in Australia. So if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. And if you really like this video, don't forget to share it with all of your friends. So we are going to talk about the whole process if you want to study in Australia. So the first things first, it always starts with one thought that you want to study abroad. So the first thing is, where do you want to study? Because there are so many options. You can go to Netherlands, Germany, United States, Canada, UK, Australia, everywhere, right? So first thing that you have to decide is, where do you want to go and study? The reason why I chose Australia is because first, it has decent universities. And second, what I would have paid in US, in Australia, I'm paying half. The second thing to consider is, what do you want to study? So people consider two things while deciding what do they want to study. First is, what do you really love? And that's why you should study there. And the second thing is, what will help you get a permanent residency? And that totally depends on you. There is nothing right, there is nothing wrong. Where do you see yourself after 10 years? You really have to think about it if you're going to study abroad. So do you really want to settle abroad, or do you want to go back to your country? Because that is really important question. So if you really want to settle abroad, then you should choose your course accordingly. But I would really suggest you guys that if you want to go and study abroad spending hundreds and thousands of dollars, then study something that you really love. Because if you follow your passion, if you follow something that you really like to do, then no matter which part of the world you're in, 100% you're going to do it. The third thing is that two things to consider while deciding a university. So you have decided your country, you have decided what you want to study. The next thing is that you have to decide which university do you want to go to. So I'll give you my example. I really wanted to study from a decent university in Australia. So there is something called Group of 8. So I opened the list of Group of 8. I checked every course and which course that I want to learn. So I wanted to study a Masters of Business. So I checked which are the courses. So Master of Management, Master of Business, courses like this. And then I shortlisted two universities, which was Monash University in Melbourne and University of New South Wales, which is in Sydney. And then because I had heard so much about Melbourne, the weather, beautiful, amazing city, especially like 8 times the best city to live in the world. So that's why I chose Melbourne, and there are no regrets. And that's why I came to Monash University. So those are the two things that you need to consider while choosing a university. First is, where is the university located? And what is the fees that they are charging for the course that you want to study? The fourth thing is, main thing, the admission part. What is the whole process of the admission part? So for admissions in Australian universities, again, you have two options. So either you can apply by yourself. So a lot of people, I think statistically 40% of the people apply by themselves, or then you can go to education consultant. Now, a lot of people, why they go to education consultants is because that they have all the information. But guys, again, you really have to do your research. You cannot rely on somebody completely and blindly that you just suggest me the university, I'll go in one of those universities. 100% they have more knowledge. But again, it's your life, it's your money, it's your 2 or 3 years of your life that you're going to study abroad. You really need to research really hard. So a lot of people go to education consultant. Now when you go to education consultant, they're going to ask for a couple of documents like your 10th mark sheet, or basically the schooling that you have done, mark sheets of that, and if you're coming for master's, mark sheet of your graduation, so all those things. So then they prepare a file, and then you have to apply for the universities that you have shortlisted. Before that, you will need either IELTS or PTE, that is English language exams, so that the university knows that you are qualified enough, you have enough knowledge of English so that you can cope up with what will be taught in the universities. And that's why a lot of universities require around more than 6 bands. So if you're getting like 6 or 7, which is quite secure, so then you don't have to worry about getting rejection from the universities. So you have shortlisted the universities. If you're going to an agent, you have told them that these are the universities that you want to go to. You have given your IELTS and PT, you have prepared the whole file of all the documents, and then either you apply by yourself in the universities that you have chosen, or you tell the education consultant or agent to apply on your behalf. Generally, education consultants do not charge. They have contracts with the universities, so that's why generally they don't take a single penny from you. So you should really go, and I would suggest, like, don't just go to one, just go to 2-3 people so that you can get all the information that you need. So now you have applied to a university. What next? The next thing to do is either you'll get conditional offer or you'll get unconditional offer from the university. For example, when I had applied to Monash University and UNSW, that is University of New South Wales, I had got unconditional offer from both the universities. And then the ball is in your court. You have to decide which university you want to go to. And I chose Monash University. So that's why then you have to pay the fees of first semester. So you pay the fees, and then the university sends you COE. That is confirmation of enrollment. Now that means that you are eligible to come to Australia and study in that course in specific university. So this COE is very, very important. So once you have the COE, which means now you can apply for the student visa. So before you apply for student visa, you need 2 things. First is insurance. Now there are various companies that gives insurance. A lot of times education consultants have contracts with insurance company as well. So they help you get the insurance. But I would again request you that do your own research. There are multiple companies that you can get insurance from. So then you have insurance for 2 years. And second is health checkup. So if you're coming to Australia, you'll have to go for health checkup. So there are certain hospitals in your city or around your city, they would have some recognition from the government, and that's why only those hospitals do this health checkup. So once you have your health checkup, that is done, you have your insurance, and then you apply for your visas. So again, you'll need certain documents. So you submit those documents, and then you'll get your visa. So this is the whole process, how you study in Australia. I really hope this video was really helpful to you guys, and if at all you have any questions, then write it in the comment section. Our team will really try hard to answer all the questions that you guys have. If you haven't joined Melbourne Vibe Study in Australia Facebook group, we have almost 10,000 members there. So everybody will try and answer your question, and you'll make friends so that when you come to Australia, you'll have a lot of people that you already know, and you can make the most of your life in Australia. Guys, really, I would really love if you share this video. That's one thing that you can do for us. Share this video as much as possible so that we can increase the transparency in the whole system, guys. Thank you so much for watching the whole video. Hope this video was helpful. Hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Welcome to Internash.